Today on Studio G, we talk to a young woman about living with lupus and the everyday struggles she experiences.
We also discuss the zombie apocalypse on campus yesterday and sit down with Rilee Keane from the Rebel Events Board.
Don't go anywhere. Studio G starts right now.
Welcome to Studio G. I'm Nick Sedbrook.
And I'm Carla Lopez. Lupus is a disease that affects approximately 2 million Americans. I sat down with Rilee Rodriguez, who has battled with this disease since she was 12 years old. This is her story.
But I started to get like this rash in my legs, and then I just would like not want to eat anything, and whatever I did eat or drink, I would just like throw it up. I was just like always sleeping and always tired and stuff. And one time I was at school and I got like really sick, and I went to the restroom, and my parents got me a phone, you know, when I was in middle school. So like I called my dad and I was like, can you come pick me up? Like I don't feel good. So then he went to the office and he was like, oh, can you, she called me to come pick her up. And the front lady, which we're like really good friends with her now, but she was like, oh, you're not supposed to be using your phone, like, you know, you can get in trouble and stuff like that. And so she's like, there's this free clinic for CCSD students if you want to go, like, you know, it's free, like as long as you're enrolled in a CCSD school, like it's free. And like within like less than a week, they called back and they were like, oh, yeah, you need to come in and we're going to give you papers for you to get admitted into the hospital like right away. And they're like, you can't wait. And, you know, I'm like 12 or 11 at this point, so I'm just like, I don't really know what's going on. I just know that like we had to go to the hospital. And then they did a bunch of tests and the doctors were like, oh, yeah, you're super anemic. Like if you would have waited the whole, like tonight, if you would have gone to sleep tonight, you wouldn't have woken up the next morning. They told me I had lupus and that it has been damaging my kidneys, and that then I just started getting sick from other things, like from all the medication I was getting. Like my stomach started to get really messed up from like all the, you know, medication going in and stuff. And yeah, it was like really rough for like the first probably year. And then finally like I started to kind of get used to it and feel better and everything. But I was like really into band in middle school. And so when I was doing the chemotherapy, like every 2 weeks or whatever, for 6 months, they actually took away 2 classes. So instead of taking 6, I was taking 5. No, so then I couldn't take band anymore, and that really got me depressed because that was like the only thing I was like excited to do and I would look forward to. But I was just like pushing so hard to go back to school that I would like tell everyone I was fine. I was like peeing out a lot of blood, and that's where it was going.
Isn't that like what Selena Gomez had or something?
Yeah, we have the exact same situation. Really? The only difference is when her lupus attacked her kidneys too much, she didn't have to do dialysis because someone offered to donate a kidney to her. So she didn't have to go through that middle process.
Dialysis is the clinical purification of blood that acts like the substitute for the normal function of the kidney.
When I was 19, yeah, I went to the hospital and they were like, you know, you have to start dialysis, and I got a surgery. So then it's like 1 needle here and then 1 needle over here. So I have to do it 5 times a week for 2 hours.
Basically, this whole thing is put on, then like that. In there, the whole thing. And then this gets put right here. And this is basically the filter that my blood goes through. And all these little filter parts right here is what cleans out the blood.
Do you need a new one every time?
Yeah, every time. Wow. So once this is like, we're done using this one after today, it goes thrown in the trash, and then we do it again. And there's a bunch of double boxes.
And you do that 5 times a week?
Whoa. And then, yeah, we have to see how we have like medication. This is heparin to thin out my blood so that it doesn't clot while it's in there and then messes it all up.
And it's like, it's pretty dangerous because like the scariest one that she told us about is that if we get too much air in the lines, that air can go to my blood and like stop my heart and like go to my lungs, and like it's like really bad. Like I can die in like 3 minutes.
This is the solution that actually does the process of cleaning my blood out. Is all this in here. I have to prep this 7 hours in advance, and it lasts like 72 hours. So it's like a bunch of water, and it's like connected to our water line and everything. And it lasts like 3 days.
And then, you know, I have to like poke my own needles, which was really scary at first, but I've gotten used to it now. Especially when I was first diagnosed, I used to just like I didn't want to live like dependent on medications. Like I just would think about that and like how my parents would have to deal with like the co-payments, and the insurance was like not wanting to cover us because my parents' income was too high, but then they still couldn't afford what I had to get done, and like all that stuff would like really get to me, and I would think like, you know, maybe it's best, you know, like I had that mindset for a long time, but eventually I just kind of was like, no, I don't think I should be looking at it that way. And like, so it's been better, but like, I think when I went through that phase, it just made me think about like, you know, that I shouldn't really be afraid of it, because like, it's something that's inevitable, and like, you can't avoid it no matter what. So it's like, it's just something that, you know, it's gonna happen. So just accept it. But you just have to accept that like, once it's your time, and once it's not, it's not.
Tune in next week when we talk with Ruby about her hopes for a kidney transplant. If you would like to donate to Ruby's GoFundMe campaign, you can visit www.gofundme/JoannaRuby. We'll be right back after the break.
My show is Americana, folk, and bluegrass music. I chose bluegrass music and folkways with country and Americana because of the joy I feel in my heart. I want to keep the music going and share it with others and carry it on for decades to come. My name is Miss Missy. My show is Folkways. You can listen every Sunday morning from 7 a.m. to 9 a.m. on the rebelhd2.com.
My show is Fresh Fridays. My show is a variety show. I offer the news a little bit as the Black Girl Cave, which gives a perspective between my sister, Janae Garlington, who's a counselor at UC Berkeley, and me, who's also a student at UNLV in the hospitality field, about what's actually going on in our culture as African Americans and keeping up on what's the freshest news. My name is Jamie G. My show is Fresh Fridays. You can listen to it every Friday at 5 here at the Rebel HD2.
Can you believe there were zombies on campus yesterday?
Yeah, there was an entire horde roaming around school.
Ugh, that's crazy. Luckily, I got some exclusive footage of the epidemic. Is this thing on? I'm here at UNLV, where zombies have just infested campus. Stay safe out there, rebels. If you saw zombies on campus, don't be alarmed. It was all part of police services and UNLV trying to get rebels to be safe and be alert.
Today we have our first ever zombie apocalypse, and what we're trying to have staff, faculty, and students is download our Rebel Safe app and make a sighting report of the zombies that are wandering around campus. And we just want people to get comfortable using the app and making security reports for the future. As part of our broader Be Rebel Safe campaign, it's really the first step is to stay informed or be informed, and that's what the genesis for the zombie apocalypse was.
In reality, this is all part of a national campaign where if you see something, say something. And UNLV is just doing their part to hashtag Be Rebel Safe.
There's 4 steps to being Rebel Safe. We want people to be informed, we want them to have an emergency supply kit, we want them to have an emergency plan, and we want them to get involved. The zombie apocalypse that we're having today focuses on that first step of being informed. We want folks to download our Rebel Safe app and make a zombie sighting report. If you see something unusual, a security or safety concern, we want people to be comfortable reporting it, and we also want them to be comfortable reporting it. It's for many types of emergencies. It can be a security incident, whether it's a bag that's been left, you know, and they don't know who's the owner, and it's been left in a particular location for a while. It could be a suspicious activity on campus, or many different things. We also have a safety function where people can report broken windows or broken locks as well on the Rebel Safe app.
If the zombies don't motivate you to stay Rebel Safe, maybe damaged vehicles from car accidents across the valley will.
UNLV students might notice some wrecked car displays set up around campus. It's part of the Nevada Department of Public Safety's Don't Kill a Dream, Slow Down campaign. These wrecked cars are popping in several locations around the valley, including 3 displays right here at UNLV. There is also another wrecked car on display outside the Galleria Mall in Henderson. All of the cars were in actual accidents, some of them deadly. The campaign is an effort to promote safe driving and raise awareness for deaths on our valley roads due to speeding. Last year, 329 people died in car accidents around the valley. And this year is shaping to be just as deadly. The campaign will last 3 months and police will also be ramping up law enforcement. Drive safely, rebels. Always be cautious of your surroundings on valley roads.
For all you Netflix subscribers, which is a lot of the population, Netflix is raising their membership fee. Reporter Arturo Sanchez has more.
Netflix will be raising its prices in the next billing cycle. U.S. subscribers were notified back in January and recently received a reminder over the past week. Netflix stated that the price hike will help add more television shows and movies to the streaming service. We spoke with UNLV students to see how they felt about the recent price increase.
I'm not surprised because of the amount of demand there is for Netflix. I'm assuming that Netflix itself is doing great as a company and is also attracting more and more of an audience. So when you have more and more of a demand for a product, in order to sustain that sort of popularity with a certain brand, then you just have to raise the prices in order to fund other projects, other things that are in development so that you can attract more and more audience.
Each different Netflix plan a customer is a part of will have a $1 to $2 price hike. This means the basic plan will be raised from $8 to $9 a month, the standard plan will be raised from $11 to $13 a month, and the premium plan will be raised from $14 to $16 a month. One student felt the price increase was justified.
Any marketing spot or marketing place in general, prices once so many people either consume the product or actually watch the product, it's inevitable. So I feel like their pricing going up a couple bucks makes sense, especially with the amount of original content that they have. One person who has a Netflix account means 500 people have a Netflix account because we always share our information. So it's not like the couple dollar increase really does affect a lot of people because everyone shares their accounts. So I feel like it's justified.
In 2018 alone, Netflix budgeted $8 billion for movies and television shows. For Studio G, I'm Arturo Sanchez.
With the increase in membership fees, it may be time to stop Netflix and chillin' and go up and get outside, or maybe just chill.
It's springtime. It's time to spring off the couch and get out of the house in the nice warm weather we've been having. Report Alex Ripple visit a hiking trail worth checking out.
Now that the weather is warming up, it's a great time to hit the hiking trail. The Buckskin Cliff Shadows Trail is part of the Red Rock Canyon National Conservation Area located off the 215 and Cheyenne Cliff Shadows exit. The trail offers views of downtown Las Vegas and beautiful landscapes of the nearby mountains. The trail is dog-friendly and is easy enough to take the whole family on an outdoor adventure. Don't forget to take plenty of water, wear sunblock, and wear closed-toed shoes. I'm Alex Whipple for Studio G.
Hopefully the weather stays warm enough so I can go hiking this weekend. Arturo Sanchez will take us on what weather we can expect this weekend after the break.
The name of my show is Love Styles with Danny D, and I talk about love and relationships, the love songs. I'll do all genres of love from back to the 60s to today. That's basically what I like, and so I figured other people might like it too. My name is Danny D. My show is Love Styles with Danny D. You can listen to it on Sundays from 6 to 7 on therebelhd2.com.
I used to DJ at KUNV back in 1989 through 92 when the Rebels took the championship. KUNV is a good family. It's fun. The shows that are on it are creative. You can come up with your own show. It's really eclectic and creative and interesting. That's what I like about it.
We are a platform that opens doors for everybody. We don't limit, from what I've seen so far, there's no limit to what we can't do here.
I love their open door policy. Everyone is there to help you out. If there's something that you don't quite understand or remember, you can come in and ask. They'll show you how to do what needs to be done to make your radio show smooth. So expand your mind, expand your knowledge base, and get involved. It's a lot of fun.
Welcome back to Studio G. Here's Arturo Sanchez with our weekly weather forecast.
Hey guys, it's me again for the second time this week. So today we're starting off the weather in the high 60s with a high 68, and it's going to get even hotter today with the high being a 77 and with our low tonight being 57 degrees tonight. And so let's look at our 5-day weathercast. And so tomorrow it's going to start off with the mid 70s, and it's going to end on Tuesday with the mid 80s. So it's going to get really, really hot. So maybe it's going to time to start breaking out those shorts, you know? It's time to cool off a little bit. And so the lows are going to also be in the mid 50s going all the way up to the mid 60s. And so let's look right now at our Vegas Valley, and as you see, we're staying in the high 60s for right now, with Centennial being 62, Summerlin being 62, but on the other side of town, Green Valley and Nellis, as well as North Las Vegas, being in the high 60s, close to that 70-degree weather. And so this morning on the UNLV campus, we started about 63 degrees with a nice little breeze, and it's currently sunny right now with the wind speed of 10 miles per hour. And that humidity it's hitting us a little bit with 26%. And so tonight, for our campus weather tonight, we are going to experience that mid 50s with a mostly cloudy and a little bit of a wind speed of 6 to 8 miles per hour and a humidity of 23%. And so our picture of the day actually comes from one of our own UNLV Studio G reporters, Meredith Hall, of the beautiful Manhattan in Times Square in New York City. And so that's all the weather that we have for you today. And back to Carla at the desk.
Thank you, Arturo. After the break, Nick sits down with Rilee Keane from the Rebel Events Board. Don't go anywhere.
The number one thing I like about KUNV is it enables an individual to express their passion and grow and share that passion with others. It's a wonderful gift that's shared by KUNV with students and community members alike.
I love them because they gave me this opportunity, and I love the way they are representing the community and giving people from the community a chance to come in and, you know, do whatever they got to do with their music.
I love KUNV, I love being here, and I love the people that I'm working with, and finally getting my chance to finally work in radio, which I've been wanting to do since I was a kid. So I'm very happy here. You'll really have the chance to grow and learn about radio from very good DJs and from management.
We are here, and you can be here too. KUNV is a great place to be.
How I feel about it, it's great. I love it a lot. There's a lot amount of freedom. You can really do basically whatever you want.
Very nice facility, very clean. We have editing booths, studios for students to practice our craft and to learn more. And KUNV definitely gives us insight into what we'll be doing when we get our careers, once we graduate. They give us free will and free creativity.
I can gain experience to further my career in the radio broadcasting, board operating, to music directing, to even being on air, which is my main goal to do in life. So I can use all that knowledge to put towards my career in radio broadcasting.
You will learn so much here at KUNV, and we have a lot to offer.
Welcome back to Studio G. I'm here with Rilee Keane from the Rebel Events Board. She's our personal liaison at Studio G. Thanks for joining us.
Thank you for having me.
How are you doing today?
I'm doing really good, really good.
Good, good. I'm loving the pigtails.
Thank you so much. It's kind of for the event we have going on today.
What was that event?
We're doing I'm a Big Kid Now, which is basically going to be, it's going to be on the SRWC lawn from 4 to 7 today, and we're going to have obstacle courses, DJ Paradise, juice boxes, free Happy Meals, and it's just going to be taking it back to your youth and having a good time, you know, because we are basically big kids.
Definitely, definitely. So the Big Kid Now event, you said it's over on the SRWC lawn.
Yes.
It's kind of like field day for us, I feel like.
Yeah, it's kind of going to be like that. We're going to have like face painting. It's going to be such a good time.
Oh, really? Does it cost anything, or is it just?
No, it's free for all students. All of our Rebel Events Board events are free for UNLV students.
Oh, nice. Is there going to be a toy with a Happy Meal?
Actually, I don't know. You guys are going to have to come and see.
So what inspired the board to plan this event?
One of my coworkers who actually planned the event, Natalie, she was just trying to think about a fun way to get everybody out there. And we know we all love going back to our youth. We love listening to old 2000 songs that we heard when we were like 10 years old. Like, that's where we want to be. So it's going to be a really good time. And I think she did a really nice job trying to bring it back to our childhood.
Okay. Is DJ Paradise going to be like spinning those 2000 tracks?
I'm not sure. He always does a really good job with those kind of things. He always takes requests too. So I'm sure if you want to hear some Justin McCartney, just go up there and he'll have it free.
I'm looking for more of like, Oops, I Did It Again, maybe.
Oh, Britney Spears, we got it.
Okay, so tell me about the planning process. How long did it take to plan, and did y'all partner with McDonald's?
Yeah, we actually do partnering with McDonald's. Last semester we had an event where they were also doing partnerships with us. So they're pretty easy to work with. Planning an event it depends on how long we have. Some of our earlier events in the semester didn't have that much time, but this one Natalie spent a good amount of time on. She did really good. Yeah, so it just depends for certain events. This one she took a couple months to plan, and it's going to be a lot of fun.
No, it honestly sounds like it's going to be a crazy event. That's really good that McDonald's is like being so helpful with that.
Yeah, absolutely.
So you said you've been planning this event for 3 months. Is this the first time we're doing an event like this?
Yes, we do. At the Rebel Events Board, we have certain types of events. So we have our annual events, which are things like homecoming, like drag bingo we had last semester. It's all the annual kind of things. We have Rebels After Dark, which happens sort of at the later nighttime, and then this is just a general Reb event, and we have different themes each time. This Big Kid Now is like a new theme that Natalie thought of, and it's going to be fun to see how this one goes. And if we like it, we'll keep it. If not, we'll think of something new.
It definitely sounds like something that could stick around for a while, because it's nice to just like let loose and act like a kid. So what other events does the Rebel Events Board have coming up?
Next Thursday, it's the 11th. We're going to have something called the Boot Stomp and Barbecue, and it's going to be in the SU courtyard. I'm pretty sure that's a later event. I can get the time. I think it's probably about 7 o'clock.
It'll probably be on the calendar, right?
Yes, it'll be on the calendar, and you can find it. We'll have marketing out next week, and we'll have it on the SU windows and all that kind of good stuff. But we're partnering with Famous Dave's, and they're going to have a whole bunch of food. It's going to be like a nice little Southern line dancing night. We're going to have line dancing lessons, and it'll be really fun. And then on May 2nd, from 5 to 7, we're doing the UNLV's Got Talent. We're announcing Final 5 tomorrow, and there's going to be it's going to be a really good show.
Yeah, well, I mean, Final 5 out of the whole school, it's probably going to be some pretty talented people.
Yes.
Well, we look forward to seeing those events, and thank you so much for joining us today.
Absolutely.
After the break, we discuss what UNLV Rebels are doing to promote Child Abuse Prevention Month.
I used to DJ at KUNV back in 1989 through 92 when the Rebels took the championship. KUNV is a good family. It's fun. The shows that are on it are creative. You can come up with your own show. It's really eclectic and creative and interesting. That's what I like about it.
We are a platform that opens doors for everybody. We don't limit, from what I've seen so far, there's no limit to what we can't do here.
I love their open door policy. Everyone is there to help you out. If there's something that you don't quite understand or remember, you can come in and ask. They'll show you how to do what needs to be done to make your radio show smooth. So expand your mind, expand your knowledge base, and get involved. It's a lot of fun.
Personally, I love KUNV. It is my sanctuary for creativity. I'm given an opportunity to come in and use the resources that we have here to create the shows and the broadcasts that we do. It is my favorite creative space to be in.
I feel like the station gives students a platform to actually play music and actually a chance to get their hands in the radio industry without having to spend that money.
I like KUNV. It's a community station. They open up the doors to myself, also to other people who have a dream of being in radio or whatever the case may be.
Have that energy from a city coming back to you while you're on a live broadcast. There's nothing like that feeling.
They have producing workshops. I learned how to actually do play-by-plays for sports events. KUNV has done a lot for me as a student.
If you want to do a talk show, a specialty show, music, it doesn't matter. There's a place for you to be able to come and give your voice to our community.
This week went by so fast. I can't believe tomorrow is Friday.
That's right. Don't forget to wear your UNLV colors for Rebel Red Day.
Actually, I think I'm going to go blue tomorrow for Go Blue Day. In honor of April being National Child Abuse Prevention Month, UNLV is going blue to spread awareness and show support. This month is a time to help take part in promoting the social and emotional well-being of children and our families in our community. Our event, Child Abuse of Nevada, is kicking off their Pinwheels for Prevention campaign by encouraging students to sport blue and post pictures on social media using the hashtag GoBlueNV. Don't forget to wear blue tomorrow, Rebels.
Before suiting up and wearing blue tomorrow to support Child Abuse Prevention Month, be sure to eat some delicious food.
Speaking of food, I'm so hungry.
Well, Nick, you're in luck. Today is National Burrito Day. Today, some restaurants such as Chipotle and El Pollo Loco are celebrating National Burrito Day. Chipotle will deliver food to its customers for free throughout the DoorDash app website. El Pollo Loco is also celebrating with BOGO burritos. Buy one burrito at El Pollo Loco and you will receive the second one free. Guacamole may cost extra, but with those deals going on, I think it's okay to splurge. Will you be celebrating National Burrito Day?
I'm literally already planning going home and ordering Chipotle for lunch.
Well, that's all we have for you today. Thank you so much for watching Studio G.
We'll see you next week. Have a great weekend.